everyone. Hi, everyone. Welcome. We're going to wait just a couple more moments for folks who are joining a little bit after the hour. In the meantime, thanks so much for taking time out of your day to join us. We do ask that you keep your mic muted while we're in the main session, but we would love to see your faces if you're comfortable sharing. So super welcome to keep your video on as you are able. The meeting is being recorded. Just want to give everyone that FYI. And I'll be back in a second to get us going. Okay, I haven't seen, oh, just as I say that, someone joins. But after that, I hadn't seen anyone join. So I think we'll let these folks get in and then we'll go ahead and get started. Okay, thanks for joining us today for the Big City Campuses session at the NSE Virtual Fair. You are joining an exciting opportunity to connect with NSE coordinators from a couple of our campuses that are located in big US cities to learn more about their campuses. So we'll introduce each of the campuses that are on the call today. But before we get there, I am going to share a little bit of general information about National Student Exchange in case maybe that would be a helpful refresher, or maybe this is the first time you've been connected to someone sharing about National Student Exchange. After each campus coordinator introduces themselves, we are going to have the opportunity to open up some breakout sessions. And so you will be able to select which campuses you want to visit with. We encourage you to stop by all of them. It'd be great if we could be all in the same actual room, kind of moving around tables as if we were at a little or an actual fair. But this is what we can do now on Zoom, is do a virtual fair. So you'll have the opportunity to move between different breakout sessions. And I really encourage you to take the opportunity to connect with NSE coordinators because it's a unique opportunity to have the ability to do so if you're a student prior to placement. So what is NSE? National Student Exchange inspires academic enrichment, personal exploration, and student development by facilitating accessible collegiate study away amongst more than 170 member colleges and universities throughout the United States, Canada, Guam, Puerto Rico, and the US Virgin Islands. We are about valuing diversity, open-mindedness, cross-cultural engagement. We foster learning, understanding, respect, and a sense of community among all people. We believe that adding a collegiate study away experience enhances our students' experiences. And this is really a network of folks who are committed to education and high impact practices amongst our students. So we've got about 175 campuses that are part of the NSE consortium or the NSE network. Those locations are all across the continental US and beyond. The only location currently where we don't have a member campus is Delaware. So you can go pretty much anywhere in the continental US. Except for Delaware, you can go to Canada, Puerto Rico, Guam, and the US Virgin Islands. We've also got campuses in Alaska and Hawaii, so really kind of the breadth of opportunities available across the US. Students from any academic major are welcome. We work with students from pretty much any any NSE academic adventure. So all students are welcome to apply, but host campuses might have different limitations or restrictions or closed programs. So do make sure to check that if you're wanting to seek major classes, that the campus you like to go to offers that major. We are excited to be welcoming guest students potentially to the NSE consortium. So if you are watching this call from a campus that currently isn't part of NSE, know that you might have the opportunity to exchange through NSE for fall or spring of 2025 or 2026 after March 10. If you want more information about the guest student option, stick around after today's main session and David or I can chat with you more about that. Why would you think about going on exchange? Well, we know it's a fantastic way to grow academically, personally, and professionally during your time as a student. The opportunities to grow are truly endless. And I think each of the coordinators on the call today will share a little bit more about why you might think about exchanging to their unique location. In terms of payment for NSE, we've got two options, home pay and host pay. Home pay is when you keep paying your home institution's tuition and fees, whereas host pay is when you'd pay the in-state or resident rate at the host campus. Each NSE host campus or each NSE campus rather decides how they're going to send and receive students. So check with your home NSE coordinator for more information about the payment plans that are available to you. And I think with that, I'm going to hand it over to my colleague Julie at Cleveland State to kick off our kind of roundtable for big city campuses. So Julie.
Hi, thank you so much, Lydia. I'm happy to be here to introduce you all to Cleveland, the land in Cleveland, Ohio. As Lydia said, my name is Julie Good. I am the NSE coordinator, and I'm located in the Office of Study Abroad and International Students at my campus. Cleveland State has been in the consortium for many years, and we're a home pay only school. As you can see, here's our mascot. He's Magnus the Viking. And also you can see a picture of our university's iconic skyscraper that is part of the Cleveland skyline. It is built in the brutalist style, if any of you are architecture students. We are a public research institution with about 14,500 students. We have 8 colleges. We're about 4 blocks from Lake Erie. We are connected to Cleveland Hopkins International Airport by a light rail and bus system. Our arts campus is integrated into the 2nd largest theater district in the United States, Playhouse Square. Our university helps students access over 3,000 internships and co-ops a year. We have 18 Division I NCAA sports. We also offer fraternities, sororities, student orgs, and we have modern apartment style campus housing. Next slide. Our new tagline, our new mission is Cleveland's University, Infinite Opportunity. We are #1 in Ohio for social mobility, a fact which we're very proud of. Some of our selected accreditations include our business school is AACSB accredited, our engineering programs are ABET accredited, our music school and our music therapy program are accredited, and we have an accredited law school. Some of our notable programs include urban affairs, healthcare management, and sport and entertainment management. Unique languages are Slovenian, Hungarian, and American Sign Language. We have the first standalone film school in Ohio, and we also have a very active African American cultural center that provides a variety of services. This is a campus photo, and my building is right there on the right. So this is Cleveland. Here's some more pictures of our campus, a new state-of-the-art engineering program. This is campus looking downtown, and this is one of our entrances to campus from Playhouse Square. So as you can see, we are in an urban environment, and we celebrate our city, and we say that the city is our campus. Next slide, please. Things on campus to do, we have a basketball arena. We have a state-of-the-art rec center that's free for students. We also have a very nice auditorium that the orchestra plays in. 3,000 students live on campus, and you can see here, this is a modern apartment style building, and all of our on-campus housing is like this. And then finally, a picture of our student center, which is also relatively new, where we house our student orgs. Cleveland, Ohio was established in 1796. We are in the Eastern time zone, and we're on the northern end of the United States, we like to say, right on the shores of Lake Erie. The industries in Cleveland include healthcare, manufacturing, film and TV, banking, insurance, music, of course, technology and education. We are the proud home of the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Our Museum of Art is consistently in the top 10 of art museums in the United States. Um, since we're coming up to the holiday season, I'll note that the Christmas Story House is also a famous museum in our town. The movie was filmed in Cleveland. People who are from Cleveland, Superman was drawn in Cleveland. LeBron James is from Cleveland. Machine Gun Kelly, Halle Berry, Drew Carey. We're proud of all of them. We have the professional sport trifecta, basketball, football, and baseball. The Browns, the Cavs, and the Guardians. Cavs are going for an undefeated season tonight against Boston. I don't think anybody from Boston is on the call, but if you are, go Cavs. And then we have lots of natural resources in our area too. Rockefeller started Standard Oil in Cleveland, and so we have a beautiful cultural garden area. Public Square, we have salt mines under the city, which are amazing to tour. Edgewater Park, and the Cuyahoga River. So that's a little bit about Cleveland. I hope to be able to share my love of Northeast Ohio and Cleveland with you in the breakout session. And I'll pass it off to the next presenter. Thank you.
Awesome. Thanks so much, Julie. We're going to move south and east a little bit now to Jamie at Florida International.
Hi, everyone. I am Jamie Perez. I am the NSE coordinator at Florida International University, what we call FIU. FIU has been part of the NSE consortium since 1990. I've been overseeing the program, I think, a little over 17 years, kind of parallel with David here. We are the FIU Panthers in Miami. The picture you see here is our main campus. This is the Modesto Maitique campus. This is the main campus of two. Our second one, I'll show you a picture a little later, but our second campus is in North Miami. This main campus is in South Miami. Miami is a very large county with over 455,000 in population. We have year-round tropical weather, so that is a selling point for many folks. And a fun fact of FIU, when we first opened our university 52 years ago, this property was an airfield for a small airport. So it was an airfield space. So we took over some fun area and a big area to be able to grow. And that exactly is what we've done. Next slide. We are located in Miami. Miami, again, large county. Our two campuses, as I mentioned, are about a 50 minutes drive in distance. We do offer shuttle transportation for our students in between the two campuses, and our NSE students have access to both campuses as well. In Miami, particularly, a lot of students like to come here for the beach access. We are about 25-minute drive to the beach, or at least to Miami Beach. There are many beaches, but that's the most popular for our student population. Our unique population in South Florida is relatively a big mix of Latin American and Caribbean cultures. This is unique to South Florida, very different from the rest of Florida. So if that's something you're looking for, or a unique type of diversity, this is the place for you. Our university is actually a rather young university in the state of Florida. We opened our doors in 1972. So comparing to the other state universities here, we are young, and we're very proud of our achievements academically and overall achievements we've conquered for the age that the university is. We have over 57,000 students, and that is compiled of all FIU campuses. I would say most of our NSE students live at the Modesto Maitique campus, which is the picture I showed you a little earlier, and that is where we have most of our residential housing. We are a very affordable institution. As you can see, the cost of tuition per semester is just about $3,200 for 15 credits full-time enrollment. We also have a big, we are a university that serves Hispanics, which is called the Hispanic Serving Institution. So it's another type of institution that may not be found in, all parts of the nation. So if that's something you're looking for, then this may be the right spot for you. We have been recently ranked top 50 for public research universities. So that's something exciting and we're very proud of. We do have over 300 organizations, including fraternities and sororities at FIU. We have over 200 majors and a lot of great geographic spots in Miami to do research and get involved in the arts as well. Next. So with our rankings, there are many to discuss here that we're very proud of. I'll just mention a few. We've recently reached number 46 in public universities in the nation, number 1 in student experiences, number 1 in social mobility. This is Rory, our mascot, and he's recently was in our building today celebrating an Ignite campaign for fundraising. We have actually even scored a perfect score in the state of Florida to be a great college to work for. So even our employees are happy to work here and stick around for a long time. Like myself, I've been here over 20 years. So with that speaks volume of our university and the quality for our employees and our students as well. In Florida, we are number 3 in public university. And also in Florida, we are number 16 overall in the university system. So that's pretty exciting and something we're very proud of recently and for our age. Next slide. So here we have a lot of our notable programs and our unique opportunities. This picture you see here is our second campus. This is our Biscayne Bay campus. This is in North Miami. It is on our beautiful Miami Bay. So you can get to work and just stare at the ocean all day long and see some dolphins swimming in the ocean as well, and manatees. We do offer some cool kayaking experiences, boating experiences from this campus. This campus mainly caters to our marine biology program, hospitality management. Our marine biology has a great opportunity for students. We have an Aquarius program, which is an underwater lab. It's underwater lab and research within a giant submarine. It's located in Florida Keys, which is in South Miami. But that is hosted through our Biscayne Bay campus here that you see here. So that's an exciting opportunity for students. We also have our hospitality program, which is housed at this campus, which is very exciting for us because we have great partnerships within the unique hospitality and travel industry in Miami and the state of Florida overall. One big opportunity for exchange students that we offer is our South Beach Food and Wine Festival. That is a networking opportunity that we kind of co-host with our hospitality program along with the Food Network channel. A lot of the celebrity chefs come in and work these events, and our actual students get to work the events as well. So most of all the events in our South Beach Food and Wine Festival is hosted and worked by our students. So that is an exciting opportunity that many of our exchange students get to be part of. Other rankings include our international business program that is ranked number 2 in the nation. We are fully accredited, and we do get a lot of students who want to take part in that. Our Latin American Caribbean Studies Center is a unique opportunity that we have because of our location and the diversity in South Florida. So we certainly use our leverage in our unique geographic location in Miami as a powerful resource to really serve the communities and the Latin American connections and Caribbean studies that we have here. So that is another opportunity that students can be part of. I would like to say a quick mention of our law school. Although NSE students are not going to be taking our law courses, but for the future, our passing rate in the bar in the state of Florida, we've been the highest and ranked the top for the last 10 years. So that speaks volume of our law program. And we also have an exciting National Hurricane Center on our campus. Goes along in parallel with our tropical weather year round. We get immediate information about hurricanes and hurricane season, but that is on campus as well. And sometimes students would like to take part of that. So that's a fun fact about FIU. I'll lead it over to our next presenter and be happy to see you in our breakout sessions.
Awesome. Thanks so much, Jamie. We're going to go next to Vid in San Jose State.
All right. Hello, everybody. Good morning. Let's see. It's afternoon here. Good afternoon. I imagine most of you are the afternoon. Vit Ratiar here from San Jose State University. And I wanted to just start off with the same pictures that you see behind me, just so that you can kind of get a feel. I know you're interested in going to a big campus or a big kind of city campus. Wanted to share with you that our campus is right here. So that Spartan Village, that's where all the dorms are. And then it sort of spreads toward downtown and spreads also towards City Hall. And our the San Jose International Airport is just 5 minutes away by Uber and things like that. So that's the sort of geographical look of our campus, which is located right in Silicon Valley. We do call ourselves the Public University of Silicon Valley. And I'll share with you a little bit more about kind of the location of our campus within the larger context of Silicon Valley. So we can move on to the next one. So basically, if you are interested in coming to Northern California, to a big city, you can't get any more big city, at least in Northern California, than San Jose. And right at the base of the bay, on the front end of the bay is San Francisco, and we're about just within driving distance from there. If you can see a little bit of that area here where I have the kind of the pin, that's sort of where the Bay Area is, and so that's where we're located. So we are located in San Jose. With a large population. 36,000 is about our student enrollment here. And you can kind of see the demographics of our students as noted there in the slide. We do accept home and host pay, and our tuition right now is about $4,200. And our campus has about 44%, at least of our students, undergraduate students, 44% are first generation college students. I do listed a number of at least the 9 colleges that exist with us, with over 200 majors and over 400 student associations or registered student organizations as well. D1 school, the Spartans, super proud as a Pacific Islander and an alum of University of Hawaii Manoa. I see Allison's here. That our head coach for our football team is from UH Manoa. So we're proud of that. In fact, this Friday is Pacific Islander Heritage Night, football at a home game. And so that kind of celebration. Anyway, within driving distance of San Francisco, Santa Cruz is where I actually live. It's on kind of just over the mountain to the beach fronts there, boardwalk, and lots of Santa Cruz is known for its surf town. And then, of course, you can see on the map there, we're a couple of hours driving distance from Lake Tahoe and Yosemite National Park. And if you decide that you didn't want to go to like Sonoma State, which is one of our institutions in wine country, you can come to Big City School and still be able to drive there to get your at least fill of wine country. Let's go on to the next. So I think if you were kind of considering future work in technology, or wanted to be kind of in the middle of everything that's happening in Silicon Valley, you can't get any more central than San Jose State University. We're, as you can see there, we're ranked number 1 as the most transformative university in the nation because of the level of engagement that our students do have, and the kind of mobility that they are offered, especially given all of the different corporations that that we're surrounded with. I mean, literally just within walking distance is Adobe, Zoom, PayPal, and all of the other things are all within driving distance. I do want to point out that I think with our annually and actually every semester, our Career Center holds probably one of the largest what is it, job fair and internship fairs in the area. And a lot of these organizations, these companies come and recruit from our campus. So, if that's one of the goals that you might have in terms of engaging with, small startups or large corporations, we could be a good campus for you here at San Jose State. Didn't want to go through it, any of the other things there. I think that's probably be it. I work out of the study abroad and our international student and scholar services office, so we're combined. So we do handle all of our resources for both our inbound international students and our outbound study abroad, as well as now NSE. So it'd be great to welcome you here and help you be part of our large campus.
Awesome.
Let's go ahead and move on to the next one.
Yeah, thanks so much, Vid. We're gonna head back more towards the middle of the U.S. and head it over to Jonathan at the University of Memphis.
Hi, everybody. I'm Jonathan Holland. I am the Assistant Director of the Honors College at the University of Memphis, which houses the NSE program for our institution. And the University of Memphis is located in Memphis, Tennessee, which is on the city itself is on a series of bluffs looking over the Mississippi River. And Memphis is the birthplace of rock and roll and home of the blues. There are lots of interesting studios that you could visit while in the city related to rock and roll and music. But the university itself, it has around 20,000 students total enrollment, graduate and undergraduate. We are a comprehensive Carnegie One research university, so we have over 250 fields of study. And the campus is located about 15 minutes from the international airport, so it's very convenient there. And our main campus, our Memphis campus, is a residential park-like campus. It's very walkable. It's not too big, and it is a certified arboretum. So very, again, park-like and nice and pleasant to be on. Go to the next slide. So some notable programs, music industry being in Memphis is one of our strong, unique programs here at the university. We have an overall very strong music school and performance and whatnot, but the music industry is accredited by the National Association of School of Music. Public health is another notable program that we hear where you can get involved with lots of internship and volunteer opportunities with our health sector here in the city, including the world famous St. Jude is headquartered here in Memphis, and there's lots of activities related to St. Jude that you can get involved with. Our business and economics school is AACSB accredited, and our institution is noted for connecting students with internship opportunities within the city, with lots of our corporations headquartered here in the city, as well as small companies and nonprofit organizations. Sport and leisure management is another notable program where there are some experiential learning opportunities there. And not listed here on the slide, I did want to mention our Egyptology program. So there's only a handful of Egyptology programs in North America, and Memphis is one of those. So we're very strong in that. It is a PhD program, but there are a lot of our Egyptologists teach undergraduate courses in history related to Egyptology. And this came to mind today because I was talking with a faculty member here who's offering a special topics women in power in ancient Egypt course next semester. And so we're trying to promote that out to students. And an example of that class is we have an Egypt Ancient Egypt Museum located on campus. It's free to access, and in that class, students will be interacting with artifacts in the museum, as well as using 3D printing technology with that course. Even though it's a history course, it's a very interesting hands-on type of experience course. So Egyptology, if you're interested in that field and exploring that down the road, that's something that we do offer at the University of Memphis, very unique to our school. So we can go to the next slide. We're a large university. We have 350 clubs and organizations with lots of different interests and whatnot. We're a very diverse campus. We're a majority campus. We have undergraduate, master's, doctorate, and professional schools that you can explore while here. I mentioned the Egyptology PhD program, but we have a law school that is regularly ranked as best value in the country, and we have consistently the #1 law school facility ranked. So our building where our law school is housed is award-winning regarding architecture and ranked usually #1 for law school facilities, and it's got active courts that operate there, including the Tennessee Supreme Court and some other federal courts who do use the building, and it's very nice classrooms and other activities that go on down there. We do have NCAA sports, Division I, the Memphis Tigers, football, basketball as well, well regarded. And then we'll host a number of student research events for undergraduates that you can get involved with and get involved with undergraduate research, which is something that we facilitate here in the Honors College itself. And but it is open to all U of M students, not just honor students. And we have our brand new student recreation center that I wanted to have a picture there down in the right corner. That's free and open to all students. It's a nice big facility with lots of fitness classes and restaurant, like cafe, where you can get shakes and sandwiches, and they have cooking classes and lots of other things in addition to working out and doing yoga and all that kind of fun stuff. So we can go to the next slide. The city itself, like I mentioned, we're located in West Tennessee on the Mississippi River. Beale Street is the home of the blues. It's our downtown entertainment district. It's very historic. Lots of famous blues and soul musicians and performers originated down there. And it's also our arena where our basketball team and our NBA team, they share an arena, the Memphis Grizzlies, is right off Beale Street. So it's a lot of fun. It's regularly ranked as like one of the top experiences for NBA. So if you go, not only you get to enjoy the game, but you get to enjoy good barbecue and music before and after the game, right down there on Beale Street. And we've talked a little bit. Some basketball has been mentioned. We have the Cleveland Cavs and the Warriors were thrown in the chat. And the Memphis Grizzlies are also very competitive this year in the Western Conference, and it's a lot of fun to go to games. In addition to our university games, which are free to all students, not the NBA, but the university. There are lots of opportunities for performance and entertainment in the city: concerts, theater, Broadway shows, and music festivals are a regular occurrence here in Memphis. We have over 160 parks in the city, and we have 2 state parks within the county, and one of those state parks is in the city limits, which is very rare for the United States. And then we have one of the largest city parks in the world, Shelby Farms. It's huge, lots of lakes, trails, activities, classes, even some concerts and races, and a herd of buffalo are also housed there. You wouldn't think of that in Memphis, Tennessee, but there is a herd of buffalo out there at Shelby Farms Park. Elvis of course, is from Memphis, and you can visit Graceland and Sun Studios there with a picture where Elvis, Johnny Cash, Howlin' Wolf, and lots of rock and soul blues performers recorded in the 1950s. So you can tour the Sun Studio there. And we also are home to the National Civil Rights Museum, located at the Lorraine Motel, and where unfortunately Martin Luther King Jr. was assassinated, but they have turned that into a very interesting and educational experience and museum there, located at the Lorraine Motel in downtown Memphis and South Main Street. The World Barbecue Championships are also housed. We're very famous for barbecue. If you like barbecue, and I think I wanted to mention. I see one of the attendees here. The flag for the United Federation of Planets. So that's very nerdy Star Trek stuff. But Memphis, I am a Trekkie myself, and Memphis, as far as I know, it's the only city in the United States that has an official Star Trek day. It's a law from the county or the city council passed that some years ago, and our district attorney was instrumental in that, and he hosts an annual Star Trek Day event in the city, where it's an all-day event in April. So I'll mention that, where there's some interesting guest writers, actors who zoom in, and we have trivia performances. It's a lot of fun. I go every year. So I saw the United Federations of Planet image, and I wanted to give a shout out to that. So I'll move on to the next presenter. I think that's my last slide.
Yeah, awesome. Thanks so much. We're gonna head up to the Midwest and David at University of Minnesota, Twin Cities.
We'll just head right up the Mississippi River from Memphis to Minneapolis and St. Paul. I'm David Holliday. I'm the NSE coordinator at the University of Minnesota Twin Cities. We are a large public R1 research university in the heart of Minneapolis and St. Paul. Our campus is situated directly between both downtowns, less than a mile from Minneapolis, about 3 miles from St. Paul. We are in a big metro area. 3.6 million people live in the Twin Cities, which is what we call ourselves. It's about the 14th largest metro in the US. We're a large university, over 50,000 students. And as I said, we are in the city, directly between both downtowns, situated on the banks of the Mississippi River. Next slide, please. So we were founded in 1851. Our mascot is the golden gopher. We offer top-tier academics. We offer over 300 majors, minors, and other academic programs. Because of our campus, the research focus, there are ample research opportunities available on campus. We also encourage students to get off campus. We offer many internships and other community-engaged opportunities off campus throughout the Twin Cities. We are a comprehensive university offering undergraduate and graduate programs. We have 14 different colleges that students can take classes in. We have highly ranked programs in these specific colleges listed on the screen. Number one for College of Education and Human Development. Our College of Liberal Arts is very highly ranked, especially our psychology program. College of Science and Engineering is a top tier University of Engineering. And also our College of Food, Agriculture, and Natural Sciences is very highly ranked. We do have a business college, top 20 business college called the Carlson School of Management, which is AACSB accredited. And we're one of the few universities in the US with a law school, a medical school, a vet school, and a dental school. Next slide, please. Thanks. Some more campus highlights. We offer Division I NCAA athletics. We're in the Big Ten Conference, which has grown. We're much beyond 10 campuses at this point. We're especially known for our men's and women's hockey programs and our women's volleyball. All three compete at very high levels in the country. We offer over 500 student organizations. There are many ways to find your niche on our very large campus. Our campus is known for great art and culture as well. We have the world-renowned Weissman Art Museum, the picture on the right. It's designed by Frank Gehry. It sits right in the middle of campus overlooking the Mississippi River. Next slide, please. And a few other highlights from the Twin Cities, as we affectionately call ourselves. It is important that we acknowledge that much of Minneapolis and St. Paul sits on the occupied and unceded land of the Dakota people. Our cities and our campus strives to mend many of these broken treaties. A recent success story actually is the return of 5 acres of land near St. Anthony Falls, which is on the edge of downtown Minneapolis. It is considered a sacred Dakota site, and those 5 acres were granted back to the Dakota people. We have a thriving business climate as home of 15 Fortune 500 companies. We are a diverse city. We have large populations, specifically of Hmong and Somali immigrants and refugees. We're also known to be a very LGBTQ friendly state, city, and campus. The Twin Cities are known for having a real nice blend of urban and natural spaces. We always rank very highly in terms of outdoor spaces. Our public parks in Minneapolis are always ranked in the top 2 or 3 in the country. We have beautiful weather much of the year. Even in the heart of winter, we definitely enjoy our outdoor spaces. We have hundreds of miles of walking, hiking, and biking trails across the Twin Cities. We have easy access to water, both lakes and rivers, where we canoe, kayak, and swim in the nice weather. And in the winter, when many of the lakes especially freeze, we go ice skating, we cross-country ski. Some of us ski jor, which is cross-country skiing, but being pulled by a dog. So we definitely are not afraid of the cold winter weather, which we are known to get. Next slide, please. Oh, sorry, actually go back. I didn't mean to advance yet. So I really love living in the cities. We have good public transportation. We have great shopping, including the Mall of America, which some of you may know. We have great art, theater, and music. We are Prince's hometown, after all. We have great food, and we have many professional sports teams. We have all the men's pro teams, but I especially like to highlight our women's pro sports. We have a very successful women's basketball team, the Lynx, always contenders. We have a pro football women's team called the Vixen. We have a pro women's soccer team called the Aurora. And we're one of 3 cities in the US with a women's hockey professional team, just named the Frost this last year. Next slide, please. I really encourage you to consider us for exchange. We do accept a lot of students on home pay, about an 80% acceptance rate in recent years. I also accept all students who want to come here on host pay. We have on-campus housing available for up to 15 NSE students, but there is easy access to off-campus housing as well. We have a very active NSE student group. We take students to the Minnesota State Fair, which is the greatest state fair in the country. We are visiting apple orchards. We'll be going ice skating here in a couple of weeks. We do a lot of activities. Regarding academics, we do have some closed programs as noted here on the screen. These are also listed on our campus profiles. We also have some limitations. So the more course flexibility you have when you're considering my campus, the better. That's all I got. Thanks so much.
Awesome. And to close us out, we're going to head down the Mississippi River to New Orleans and Dan at the University of New Orleans.
Well, I'm not quite sure how I follow any of that. Clearly, we can't compete with anybody on size of campus, and we can't compete with anybody academically, probably, but we do have Mardi Gras, so mic drop. We've got that. We do have, my name's Dan Harper. I'm the coordinator here for the National Student Exchange. We are housed in the School of Interdisciplinary Studies, and soon we'll be moving into the International Center on our campus. So we will be getting into some new houses there. I think I can easily say that New Orleans is probably the most unique city in America. I couldn't find a lot of places that would tell you that. We're unique because we're a port city. We're unique because we are surrounded by water on all 4 sides. You can't get into this city without crossing a body of water, either the Mississippi River on 3 sides or Lake Pontchartrain, which is where our campus is actually located, on Lake Pontchartrain. We have just under 1 million people population in the metropolitan statistical area. Our campus is small, 188 acres, but we have about 6,500 students. So again, you can live in the middle or live in a fairly large city with a lot to do, but to also be on a small class size, a small campus. We're located about 15 minutes from the French Quarter. Again, we're on the shores of Lake Pontchartrain, which is a large body of water. Fun fact, there is the longest bridge over freshwater in the world is connects our south shore, which where we're located, to the north shore, and that's about 24 miles, give or take a few hundred feet. So if you want to have something to brag about when you come here, you can say you crossed the longest bridge in the world over fresh water. And if you get tired of the city, we're only about an hour away from the Gulf Coast. We have white sand beaches about an hour away in Mississippi and Alabama and over to Florida. Get to the next slide, please. Again, as I said earlier, I don't really think we can compete with all of our other sister universities here academically. We don't have nearly as many programs, but we do have some notable programs. It's because we're only about an hour, well, less than an hour away from the Gulf of Mexico. Needless to say, coastal erosion and environmental sciences is a big area of study for us here, because frankly, our future depends on figuring out how to stop the coast from eroding. So we have a very large and robust study in environmental sciences here. If you're interested in things like coastal erosion or climate change, there's some opportunities there for you. We do have a film studies program. We've been known as Hollywood South for quite a few years now. And that's because a lot of films, a lot of television shows that you watch now and in the past, and movies that you have seen and will see are being filmed in New Orleans right now. Our most recent movie that was filmed here was Hitman. You can see that on Netflix. In fact, that a lot of the scenes in that movie were filmed here on our campus. Because we live in a city where hospitality, tourism is really our number one industry, you can imagine that our hospitality management program has some great opportunities there as well. All of the people, not only the people in the hospitality management program, but there are ample jobs within the industry here. So if you're coming here to study in any area and you need to pick up some money, there's plenty of opportunities to work in the hospitality industry here. And last but not least, for notable programs, as we've heard that the blues were founded in Memphis, rock and roll was founded in, well, I don't know that rock and roll was founded in Cleveland, but they do have the museum there. We have music and jazz studies here. We are the birthplace of jazz, not to mention the fact we have quite a few blues folks as well. But that is a big part of the economy. Almost, I think pretty much all of our faculty in the jazz studies program are performing musicians. In fact, they gig, they work in the French Quarter and other places pretty much every weekend. So there are opportunities there if you come down here as a musician. Even if you're not doing the jazz studies, there are plenty of opportunities for you to find employment and have some fun while you're here gigging in the local clubs, of which there are many. Next one. Again, what we're known for, we are a party city. I mean, that's really, I don't have any qualms about saying that if you come to New Orleans, you're going to have a good time while you're here. There's no doubt about that. The architecture, the food, the music, the films that are made, there's something to do every day, every weekend, every night. We do want you to study while you're here. We certainly understand that that's your reason for coming here, but we also understand that you come to New Orleans for other reasons as well. And a big part of that is just to enjoy the atmosphere that is New Orleans. Again, we're a relatively small city, but we pack a big punch. We have the Superdome, which is where our New Orleans Saints, not very good this year, but they did beat the Cleveland Browns on Sunday, so they have that. We have our Smoothie King Center where our New Orleans Pelicans play. They're also struggling this year as well. We're playing Dallas tonight, not here, but in Dallas. And then Wednesday night, we're back home. No, Wednesday night, we're in Cleveland playing the Cavaliers. We'll probably lose, but we'll have fun. And then Friday night, Golden State Warriors are here in town. We'll probably lose again, but we'll still have fun because it's New Orleans. All right. We'd love for you to come and visit us. We'd love for you to come study and learn with us and live with us for a semester or two. Enjoy the time here in New Orleans. Enjoy the weather. Enjoy the culture. We are, again, I say, the most unique city in America. I think that's easy to show if you come here or if you've ever visited here. And we just hope that you'll come and see us again. That's it.
Awesome. Thanks so much, everyone. I am sitting over here thinking about how I'm going to make my way to all of these different cities here soon, and I'm sure all of you are too. So now we're going to move into breakout rooms. So we welcome attendees to stop by one, stop by many, but really use this opportunity to ask your questions, to learn more about any of the campuses or cities that piqued your interest, and to really take advantage of this opportunity truly if you're a student, because this might be the only opportunity that you have to connect with a host NSE coordinator. So David's going to get those open up now, and then you'll be able to move yourself to whichever breakout session or sessions piques your interest. I'll hang out in the main room too if you have any general questions. Thanks so much, everyone.